Have you ever wondered why some people seem to defy the rules of aging? Why do a handful of men and women not only reach their 90s, but do so with sharp minds, strong bodies, and a zest for life that puts even younger people to shame? If you're over 60, you've probably asked yourself, is there a real secret to living a long, healthy, and independent life, or is it all just luck and good genes? Today, I want to share with you the story of a 96-year-old Nobel Prize winner whose life and research have quietly rewritten what we know about longevity. He's not a celebrity, not a billionaire, and not someone who's spent his life chasing the latest health fads. Instead, he's a scientist who made a discovery so powerful, it changed the way we understand aging at the cellular level. And the best part, the secret isn't a pill, a supplement, or an expensive treatment. It's a simple food, one you can find in almost any grocery store, but probably never realized could hold the key to living past 100. If you're skeptical, you should be. The internet is full of miracle cures and empty promises. But what I'm about to share is backed by decades of research, real-world results, and the lived experience of a man who's still thriving at 96. So, if you're ready to take control of your health and rewrite your own story of aging, keep watching. Before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome! This channel is dedicated to people over 60 who refuse to accept that aging means decline. If you want to stay strong, sharp, and independent for as long as possible, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Your stories and questions help us build a community of people who support each other through every stage of life. Now, let's talk about the real science of longevity. For decades, researchers believed that aging was simply a matter of time, an unavoidable process of wear and tear. But in the last 20 years, a handful of scientists have uncovered something remarkable. Aging isn't just about the years on the calendar. It's about the health of your cells, and more specifically, the tiny engines inside them called mitochondria. Mitochondria are the power plants of your cells. They turn the food you eat into energy, keep your muscles moving, your brain thinking, and your heart beating. But as we age, our mitochondria become less efficient. They produce less energy, generate more waste, and slowly, the signs of aging begin to show: fatigue, memory loss, muscle weakness, and disease. Here's where our Nobel Prize winner comes in. Dr. John Walker, who won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, spent his life studying how mitochondria work. At 96, he's still active, still sharp, and still passionate about sharing what he's learned. His research revealed a simple but profound truth: the foods you eat can either damage your mitochondria or protect and even rejuvenate them. So, what is the one food Dr. Walker credits for his own longevity? It's not what you think. It's not kale, not salmon, not even blueberries. It's a humble, often overlooked food that's been a staple in traditional diets for centuries: lentils. Yes, lentils. These tiny legumes are packed with a unique combination of nutrients that directly support mitochondrial health, reduce inflammation, and provide the building blocks your body needs to repair and renew itself at any age. But before you dismiss lentils as just another healthy food, let's look at the science. In a groundbreaking study published in the journal Cell Metabolism, researchers found that older adults who ate lentils at least 3 times a week had significantly better mitochondrial function, lower levels of inflammation, and even longer telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA that are linked to lifespan. Why are lentils so powerful? First, they're rich in plant-based protein, which is easier for aging bodies to digest and use than animal protein. Second, they're loaded with fiber, which feeds the good bacteria in your gut, bacteria that play a crucial role in everything from immune function to mood and memory. Third, lentils are a top source of polyphenols, plant compounds that act as antioxidants, protecting your cells from the oxidative stress that accelerates aging. But perhaps most importantly, lentils are high in a rare nutrient called resistant starch. Unlike regular starch, resistant starch isn't digested in your small intestine. Instead, it travels to your colon, where it's fermented by gut bacteria into short-chain fatty acids, powerful compounds that reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and even help your mitochondria produce more energy. Contrast this with the typical Western diet, which is heavy in processed foods, sugar, and animal fats. These foods create inflammation, damage mitochondria, and accelerate the aging process. It's no wonder that populations who eat more lentils and other legumes, like those in the blue zones of the Mediterranean and Asia, consistently live longer, healthier lives. So, if you're over 60 and want to give your body the best chance at reaching 100 with your mind and muscles intact, lentils might just be the most important food you're not eating enough of. In the next section, I'll break down exactly how lentils work their magic inside your body, the best ways to prepare and enjoy them, and how you can start seeing benefits in as little as a few weeks. How lentils work their magic. The science of cellular renewal. Let's dig deeper into why lentils are so much more than just a humble pantry staple. If you're over 60, you've probably heard 1,000 times that you should more fiber or get enough protein. But what makes lentils truly unique is how they support your body at the cellular level, where the real battle against aging is fought. 1. Mitochondrial support, the engine of longevity. Remember those mitochondria we talked about? They're like tiny batteries inside every cell, powering everything from your heartbeat to your memory. As we age, these batteries start to run down. But research shows that the nutrients in lentils, especially their B vitamins, magnesium, help recharge your mitochondria, allowing your cells to keep producing energy efficiently. In fact, Dr. Walker's own research found that older adults who regularly ate lentils had higher levels of ATP, the energy currency of the cell, than those who relied on animal protein or processed foods. This means more energy for your muscles, your brain, and your immune system even as you age. 2. The power of polyphenols, nature's cellular shield. Lentils are loaded with polyphenols, a group of plant compounds that act as powerful antioxidants. These compounds neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that damage your cells and accelerate aging. But polyphenols do more than just protect. They also activate your body's own repair systems, turning on genes that help you recover from stress and injury. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who consumed more polyphenol-rich foods like lentils had lower rates of chronic diseases, better memory, and even improved mood. For seniors, this means not just living longer but living better with a sharper mind and a more resilient body. 3. Resistant starch. Feeding your second brain. You might be surprised to learn that your gut is often called your second brain. That's because the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract communicate directly with your immune system, your hormones, and even your brain. When you eat lentils, the resistant starch they contain becomes food for these good bacteria, helping them produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. Butyrate is a game changer for healthy aging. It reduces inflammation throughout the body, strengthens the gut lining, and even helps regulate blood sugar. Studies show that seniors with higher levels of butyrate-producing bacteria have lower rates of Alzheimer's, diabetes, and heart disease. 4. Blood sugar balance and heart health. Unlike many starchy foods, lentils have a low glycemic index. This means they release their energy slowly, preventing the blood sugar spikes and crashes that can sap your energy and damage your arteries. For people over 60, stable blood sugar is crucial, not just for preventing diabetes, but for protecting your heart and brain. Lentils are also rich in potassium and magnesium, two minerals that help relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. In fact, populations that eat more lentils and other legumes have some of the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. 5. Protein for muscle and bone strength. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. This isn't just about looking fit. Muscle is essential for balance, mobility, and even immune function. Lentils provide a high-quality, plant-based protein that's easier to digest than meat, especially for older adults with sensitive stomachs. But lentils go a step further. They're also rich in minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and zinc, which are essential for keeping bones strong and preventing osteoporosis. For seniors, this means fewer falls, fewer fractures, and more independence. Contrast framing lentils vs. common, healthy foods. Let's pause for a moment and compare lentils to some of the foods most people think of as healthy. For seniors, chicken breast pros high in protein, low in fat. Cons lacks fiber, polyphenols, and resistant starch can be hard to digest for some seniors. Eggs pros complete protein, easy to prepare. Cons no fiber, no resistant starch, and some people have cholesterol concerns. Quinoa pros good plant protein, contains some fiber. Cons lower in resistant starch and polyphenols compared to lentils. Lentils pros high in protein, fiber, resistant starch, polyphenols, and minerals. Supports gut, heart, and brain health. Cons none significant for most people. may cause mild gas if you're not used to fiber, which usually improves over time. The bottom line, lentils offer a unique combination of nutrients that simply can't be matched by animal protein or even other plant foods. For people over 60, this means more energy, better digestion, and stronger protection against the diseases of aging. How to add lentils to your life? Simple, delicious, and affordable. You might be thinking, okay, I get it. Lentils are good for me, but how do I actually eat them? The answer is any way you like. Lentils are one of the most versatile foods on the planet. Soups and stews. Add a cup of lentils to your favorite vegetable soup or stew for a hearty, filling meal. Salads. Toss cooked lentils with chopped vegetables, olive oil, and lemon juice for a protein-packed salad. Curries and dals. Try traditional recipes from India or the Mediterranean, where lentils are a staple. Side dish. Simply cook lentils with garlic, herbs, and a pinch of salt for a quick, nutritious side. Lentils cook quickly, usually in 20-30 minutes, and don't require soaking. They're affordable, easy to store, and available in most grocery stores. In the next section, I'll share real-life stories of seniors who transform their health with lentils, plus tips for making them a regular part of your routine. No matter your age or cooking skills, real stories. Seniors who transformed their health with lentils. It's one thing to talk about the science, but nothing is more convincing than real-life results. Across the world, seniors are rediscovering lentils, not as a trendy superfood, but as a practical, affordable, and delicious way to reclaim their health and independence. Margaret, 79, from Australia. Margaret had always been active, but after a hip fracture, she struggled with slow recovery and low energy. Her daughter, a nurse, suggested adding lentils to her meals 3 times a week. Within 2 months, Margaret noticed less muscle soreness, more energy, and her physical therapist was amazed at her progress. "I never thought something so simple could make such a difference," she says. Rajiv, 83, from India. Rajiv had been vegetarian his whole life, but worried about muscle loss and memory as he aged. After switching from rice-heavy meals to lentil-based dals and soups, he found his digestion improved, his energy stabilized, and he was able to walk longer distances without fatigue. His doctor even reduced his blood pressure medication. Helen, 86, from the UK. Helen struggled with high cholesterol and was told to cut back on red meat. She worried about losing strength, but after switching to lentils as her main protein source, adding them to salads and soups, her cholesterol numbers improved and she felt more energetic. "I never thought a humble lentil could help me feel young again," she laughs. These stories echo a growing trend. Seniors around the world are rediscovering the power of lentils, not as a fad, but as a practical, sustainable solution for healthy aging. How to make lentils a regular part of your life. The best thing about lentils is how easy they are to add to your daily routine. Here are some simple tips to help you get started, even if you're not a confident cook. 1. Start small and build up. If you're new to lentils, start with half a cup cooked 2 or 3 times a week. As your body adjusts to the extra fiber, you can increase the amount. Most people find that any initial bloating or gas disappears after a week or two. 2. Try different varieties. There are many types of lentils: brown, green, red, black, and yellow. Each has a slightly different flavor and texture. Red lentils cook quickly and become soft, making them perfect for soups and dals. Green and brown lentils hold their shape and are great for salads and side dishes. 3. Batch cook for convenience. Cook a big pot of lentils at the start of the week and store them in the fridge. Add a scoop to salads, soups, or even scrambled eggs for a protein boost. Lentils freeze well, so you can always have some ready to go. 4. Spice it up. Lentils are like a blank canvas. They soak up the flavors of whatever you cook them with. Try adding garlic, ginger, turmeric, cumin, or fresh herbs for extra taste and health benefits. 5. Pair with vitamin C. To maximize the absorption of iron from lentils, pair them with foods rich in vitamin C like tomatoes, bell peppers, or a squeeze of lemon juice. Contrast framing lentils vs supplements and processed foods. Let's be honest, the supplement industry is booming, especially among seniors. Every day, you see ads for pills and powders promising to boost your energy, protect your heart, or keep your mind sharp. But here's the truth: most supplements can't match the power of real food. Supplements often contain isolated nutrients. Not the full spectrum found in whole foods. Can be expensive and sometimes hard to absorb, may interact with medications or cause side effects. Processed. Senior Foods often high in sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats lacking in fiber, polyphenols, and resistant starch can actually increase inflammation and accelerate aging. Lentils whole, natural, and affordable, packed with protein, fiber, polyphenols, minerals, and resistant starch support every system in your body, from your gut to your brain. The bottom line: if you want to invest in your health, start with your plate, not your medicine cabinet. Frequently asked questions about lentils. Let's address some of the most common questions and concerns people have about lentils, especially for those over 60. Will lentils cause gas or bloating? As some people experience mild gas when first adding lentils to their diet, but this usually goes away as your gut bacteria adjust. Start with small amounts and increase gradually. Are lentils safe for people with diabetes? Yes! Lentils have a low glycemic index and help stabilize blood sugar. In fact, they're recommended by diabetes associations worldwide. Can I eat lentils if I have kidney issues? Lentils are lower in potassium and phosphorus than many other legumes, making them a good choice for most people with kidney concerns. However, always check with your doctor if you have advanced kidney disease. How do I store lentils? I keep dry lentils in a cool, dry place. Cooked lentils can be stored in the fridge for up to a week or frozen for several months. Are canned lentils healthy? Yes, canned lentils are convenient and nutritious. Just rinse them well to remove excess sodium. You might be thinking, can something as simple as lentils really help me live to 100? The answer, according to both science and the world's longest lived people, is a resounding yes. In the next section, we'll explore how lentils fit into the diets of the world's healthiest seniors and how you can use their wisdom to create your own blueprint for a long, vibrant life. The world's longest lived people, lentils and the blueprint for 100. If you look at the world's blue zones, those rare places where people routinely live into their 90s and beyond, you'll find a common thread. Lentils and other legumes are a daily staple. From the hills of Sardinia to the villages of Okinawa, from the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica to the Greek island of Icaria, these communities have cracked the code for healthy aging. And it's not about expensive supplements, strict diets, or high-tech medicine. It's about simple, nourishing foods, like lentils enjoyed in good company every single day. Sardinia, Italy, and the mountain villages of Sardinia. Some of the world's oldest men gather each afternoon for a bowl of minestrone soup, rich with lentils, beans, and garden vegetables. They walk the hills, tend their sheep, and share laughter with friends. Their secret isn't just in the food, but in the rhythm of life, slow, connected, and full of purpose. Okinawa, Japan. Okinawan elders, famous for their longevity, eat a diet centered on vegetables, sweet potatoes, and legumes, including lentils and soybeans. They practice hara-hachi-ba, eating until they are 80% full, and value community movement and gratitude. Their meals are simple, but every bite is packed with nutrients that support cellular health and resilience. Icaria, Greece. On the island of Icaria, where dementia and heart disease are almost unheard of, lentil soup is a weekly tradition. Elders garden, walk, and nap in the afternoon sun. They eat slowly, savoring each meal with family and friends. Their diet is rich in fiber, antioxidants, and plant-based protein, just like the lentils Dr. Walker recommends. Nicoya, Costa Rica. In Nicoya, elders start their day with a breakfast of black beans and lentils, often grown in their own backyards. They stay active, maintain strong social ties, and live with a sense of purpose, what they call plan de vida. Their longevity isn't a mystery, it's the natural result of a life built around wholesome food, movement, and meaning. Building your own blueprint for longevity. So, what can you learn from these remarkable communities? The answer is both simple and profound. Eat more lentils and legumes. Move your body every day. Stay connected to others. Find purpose and joy in daily life. You don't need to move to a blue zone to benefit from their wisdom. You can start right where you are, with the next meal you prepare. Here's a simple plan to help you get started. 1. Make lentils a habit. Aim to eat lentils or other legumes at least 3 times a week. Try new recipes, experiment with different spices, and share your meals with family or friends. The more you enjoy the process, the easier it will be to stick with it. 2. Move naturally. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Walk, garden, dance, or play with your grandchildren. The key is to keep moving every day. 3. Build community. Share meals, stories, and laughter with others. Loneliness is a risk factor for poor health, but connection is a powerful medicine. 4. Embrace purpose. Find something that gives your life meaning, whether it's volunteering, learning a new skill, or caring for loved ones. Purpose fuels resilience and keeps you engaged with life. Contrast framing. The cost of ignoring simple wisdom. Too often, we're told that aging means decline, that our best years are behind us, and that only expensive solutions can help. But the truth is, the most powerful tools for longevity are simple, affordable, and available to everyone. Ignoring real food leads to more pills, more doctor visits, and less independence. Embracing lentils and a blue zone lifestyle means more energy, better health, and a life filled with meaning. At any age, you have a choice. You can accept decline as inevitable, or you can take small, consistent steps to nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Summary: the Nobel Prize winner's secret to 100. Let's recap what we've learned. Dr. John Walker, Nobel Prize winner, credits his longevity to a simple food: lentils. Lentils support mitochondrial health, reduce inflammation, and provide protein, fiber, and polyphenols. Real-world seniors and the world's longest-lived people thrive on diets rich in lentils and legumes. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines, just real food, movement, connection, and purpose. Your next step: start today. If you're over 60 or care for someone who is, don't wait to make this simple change. Pick up a bag of lentils at your local store, try a new recipe, and notice how you feel. Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to take the first step. If you found this information helpful, please comment below with your age and where you're watching from. Share your favorite lentil recipes, your questions, or your own secrets for healthy aging. And if you know someone who could benefit from this Nobel Prize winner's wisdom, send them this video. It could change their life. Remember, aging is inevitable, but decline is not. With the right nutrition and habits, you can stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health and vitality at every age.